Can you safely use an AED on someone who has a pacemaker? It's one of the most frequently asked and important questions we hear, especially from new AED owners. The answer is yes, but there are a few key things you need to know. This is AED Market, and today we're addressing a common concern that comes up during AED training or first aid prep. What if the person needing help has a pacemaker or implantable cardioverter defibrillator, also known as an ICD? When seconds count, you want to feel confident in your actions, and understanding how pacemakers interact with AEDs is part of being prepared to save a life. Here's the truth. Yes, you can and should use an AED on someone who has a pacemaker or ICD if they are unresponsive and not breathing normally. In a sudden cardiac arrest situation, the priority is restoring a shockable rhythm. An AED is designed to analyze the heart and deliver a shock if necessary, regardless of whether or not the person has an implanted device. Pacemakers and ICDs are there to help regulate the heart's rhythm, but they're not a guarantee against cardiac arrest. And if that person collapses, your AED becomes the next line of defense. Pacemakers and ICDs are typically implanted under the skin just below the collarbone, usually on the left side of the chest. You may see or feel a small bump or lump beneath the skin, or sometimes there may be a visible scar. It's not always obvious, but if you do suspect the person has one, it does not change your responsibility to act. If you identify a pacemaker or ICD, do not place the AED pad directly over the implanted device. Instead, place the pad at least 1 inch away from the implant. This allows the shock to be delivered properly and minimizes the risk of interference. Your AED will still analyze the heart's rhythm and will only advise a shock if it detects one is needed. The presence of a pacemaker does not override or block the AED's ability to do its job. There is no added harm in using an AED on someone with a pacemaker. The risk of doing nothing in a cardiac arrest is far greater. AEDs are built with safety features that ensure shocks are only delivered when appropriate, and they can be safely used even when a pacemaker is present. The key is pad placement and prompt action. Every minute counts, and using the AED correctly can be the difference between life and death. To recap, yes, you can use an AED on someone with a pacemaker. Just make sure to avoid placing the pads directly over the implant and continue following the AED's voice and visual prompts. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, and neither should you. Knowing how to respond and having an AED on hand is the most important step in protecting the people around you. For more AED training tips, education, and to find the right AED for your home or workplace, visit www.aedmarket.com. We're here to help you stay ready because lives depend on it.